If there's any confusion in your mind about seed oils, if you don't understand why we need to avoid them, why they are considered to be so harmful to the body, stick around. I'm going to try and clear that up for you. A lot of people will say, well, I don't understand why we have to avoid seed oils. Aren't they natural? You've got corn oil, you've got sunflower oil, rice bran oil, grapeseed oil. Those are all natural things. How do they harm us? Well, it's partly because of the amounts that we're consuming in oil form, because normally you don't separate the oil from sunflower seed or from corn or from any of those substances, so you're not getting a lot when you consume that seed. But a big factor is the processing that makes them industrial oils. Does that term sound healthy to you? So let me explain this. In order to extract the oil from the seed, they have to use certain chemicals, and residuals of those chemicals remain in the oil, and they have to expose the oil to very high heat. And that changes it, and it's no longer healthy. In addition, as I said before, we're eating in oil form, we're going to be consuming a lot more of it, and that exposes us to a lot more linoleic acid, which is not unhealthy. Omega-6 is not unhealthy. We need some of that, but we need to maintain a good ratio between omega-6 and omega-3. And when you're eating all these seed oils, you got way too much omega-6, and that is harmful. Also on the list of seed oils are certain substances that I don't feel we should ever be consuming anyway, like cottonseed. I don't believe that is good to eat for humans or animals. Also, soy. I do not believe in consuming soy. It's harmful to the body. And then we come to canola. Canola deserves a whole video just for itself, because if there's ever anything unnatural, it's canola. Let me explain this. First of all, the origins of canola are a seed called rapeseed. Not grapeseed, but rapeseed. Rapeseed contains a toxic substance called erucic acid. So you wouldn't want to eat it. But through a process of selective breeding, they have created rapeseed with a lower amount of erucic acid. So it fits the concept that in our society we are so tolerant of. If a substance doesn't kill you right away, then it's considered okay to consume it, no matter that it's harming your body gradually. There is a concept called the dose makes the toxin, and I believe this concept is very, very much misused in our society. The way it's commonly used is to say that if something is toxic, something is a poison, if we just consume small amounts, then we're okay. Personally, I don't believe in putting poison in my body in any amount. But the toxin in canola is just the beginning, because then begins the processing. Now remember, most canola is also genetically modified, so it's full of glyphosate, which has been shown to cause cancer and a lot of other diseases. And then they process the rapeseed using high heat and chemicals to extract the oil, and some of the chemicals remain in the oil, and they are toxic themselves. And then there is an extensive refining process, a multi-step process. It involves degumming, bleaching, deodorization, which involves high-temperature steam distillation. The final result is canola oil. Canola was developed in Canada, so they gave it their own name. The CAN in canola stands for Canada. Then the OLA stands for oil low acid. And that's where the name canola came from. There's nothing healthy and there's nothing natural about canola oil. There's a natural law that I often talk about that I call the law of compatibility. And what that means in relation to our health is that only things that are natural are compatible with our natural organism. You wouldn't take healthy, natural, organic food and put it in the gas tank of your car. It would damage the engine. It's not compatible with that mechanical device. Conversely, things that are not natural are not compatible with our bodies. That's why prescription drugs have side effects. They're incompatible with our bodies. But these seed oils even the ones that were derived from something natural, are no longer natural. They're completely altered. They have chemicals in them, and the amounts that are consumed in oil form are way more than the human body is supposed to consume. But canola was not even though it was derived from something natural, the natural thing that it was derived from is toxic. So it began with toxins and it ends up in other ways being even more harmful to the body. Compare the processing of seed oils to something like extra virgin olive oil, which is cold pressed, and that's it. It's just squeezed out of the olive, and that does not alter it in any way. If you're interested in more information on this and countless other subjects, check out my newsletter, longlifehealthy.life. Subscribe and you'll get new information on a regular basis.